Hi, I'm Joe, and today I'll be reviewing the new Ray-Ban Meta display glasses. Now I've had these glasses for about 2 weeks now, and I have been using them everywhere basically, at the casino, walking around, doing groceries, driving, at the gym, at work. Please don't tell my boss. And I'm bringing you an unbiased opinion about these glasses, and I'm also going to be bringing you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and an overall rating based on these past 2 weeks that I've been using them. Now let's start this video with the good. Now in the good, I put things that I like about the glasses, things that I don't think they need much changing at this time. So number one, I have the obvious, the display. This is their main selling point. This is the reason we're all here. And this is what makes these glasses stand out from the rest. Now, as for the display itself is really bright. You can change the brightness on the settings, which I think is pretty good, depending on if you are outside under the sun or if you are in a dark place. You can play with the settings, which is pretty good. I give them a thumbs up. Now, the display could be a little bit distracting. It depends on what you're doing, and if you're talking to someone, you get a notification. It pops up on your screen on your glasses. You can turn that off though. It is an option. You can turn it off and just get an audio. And I think this is pretty good as well, just because if I'm working, if I'm talking to someone, I don't want my screen to be popping up, because then at that time I'm just gonna be looking at the message rather than listening to someone. At number two, we have the hand gestures. Now obviously I had the demo. That's the only way I could actually get these glasses. The demo itself was very easy to understand. It was very well explained, and I felt like I was almost an expert as soon as I walked out of that demo with my own glasses. It took me around maybe 10-15 minutes to just master it, and now it just comes as a second nature. I don't have to think about it too much to get everything going with my fingers. Number three, we have the price. Now the price could be debatable. For some people it might be overpriced, for some others it's a good price. Now I put it on the good list only because when I spoke to my friends before getting them and I told them about the features that I saw online that these glasses had, I kind of asked them like, what do you think the price range would be? And everybody said over $1,000. So I paid $860 more or less for these glasses, and just because it was under what everybody else thought, that's why I put it on the good list. Now again, it could be debatable. Some people might feel like it's a little bit on the high end if you compare it to the other glasses, but I feel like with the features that this one offers that the other ones don't, it is worth the price. Number four, we have the camera. Now the camera itself, you can actually see on the display the picture that I'm about to take. So I think it's a good step up from the previous generations, just because previous generations you just have to click and kind of hope that you got a good shot. With this ones, you can actually see what you're taking, and you can also zoom in and out with the famous pinch and twist. So I think that's a good feature to have on these glasses as well. Now if you talk about the quality of the pictures and the videos, that is kind of debatable. It might be good for you, it might not. It all depends to what you compare it to. I think they are good for what they are. They are pictures and videos taken with glasses, so it does help not having to take your phone out and take a picture and a video. You can simply double click, or you can just click over here and get the picture that you want. So I think they're good for what they're for, but might not be the best quality, at least on my opinion. Number five, we have the live captions. Now the live captions themselves, they work pretty good. They do sometimes struggle with my accent, so that is not the glasses fault, it might be mine. But there are some people like me out there who want to have these glasses, or people who have the glasses and want to talk to somebody like me with a heavy accent. So I think that is something that could be a lot better, but all in all, they work pretty good. Number six, we have the headphones. Now the headphones, they work good. I believe they have been working good since generation 1 on the previous glasses, not the display ones. They are about the same from what I have heard. However, I have never owned the other glasses. I have never used the other glasses, so I cannot really say, but they do work pretty good. I use them at the gym. I use them when I'm out. I use them at work. Again, don't tell my boss. But yes, I do use them often. So I will give them a thumbs up on the headphones, because they do work pretty good. Now, if you are in an area that is very loud, obviously they cannot compete because they're not extremely loud, but they're good for you without somebody else having to know that you are listening to something. So thumbs up on that. Number seven, we have the translation. Now the translation, it works well, at least in Spanish and English, which is the only languages that I speak. I know they have other languages. I will talk about the other languages a little later on this video, but at least for Spanish and English, I can give them a thumbs up. They work pretty good. I don't know if they work just as good on the previous ones, only because you cannot really see the subtitles, but I know that they work well on this one, so definitely a good feature to have. Let's go to the bad. Now in this category, I put things that I know at this moment are not perfect, but I'm pretty sure that they can and should get fixed, whether it's within the next few updates or so. Number one on the bad category, we have the limited languages. Now, I know I spoke about the languages earlier and the translation. I gave them a thumbs up. It works really well, but at this time they only have 4 languages available. It is Spanish, English, French, and Italian. And out of those 4 languages, I only speak 2 of them, so the other 2 are kind of irrelevant in my life. However, I am waiting on maybe Russian, Japanese. I do know people who speak those languages. I think it would be more fun to use them with them. Something that I hope and wish they would add is some sort of American Sign Language translator, where if somebody's signing to you and you're looking at them with the glasses can maybe give you a subtitle of what they're saying or they're trying to say. Or if you say something to the glasses and on the display it shows you how to sign it back, I think that would be a very, very good update. So hopefully that's in the future. Hopefully there's an update with that. But as of right now, I have it on the bad list only because there's only 4 languages, so I'm kind of hoping for a few others. And number 2 on the bad list, we have the availability. Availability. I don't know how to say that word. It's not available everywhere, right? So the only way you can get these glasses is through scheduling a demo. And then on the demo, they'll show you how to use the glasses. They'll measure your wrist, so they know which wristband size do you use. And even that is also hard to schedule. It took me a few days to actually find one place that I could find it on. And I live in Massachusetts. I had to fly all the way to Jacksonville, Florida. And that's the only place that I could actually get my demo and get my glasses. So availability, I hope, is going to get better in the future. But as of right now, it is very, very hard to find a demo. It is very hard to find a place that does it, a time that works. And then you also have to travel somewhere to get the glasses. So it is on the bad side. I hope it gets better, but as of right now, it's not easy to get these glasses. Number 3 on the bad list, we have the camera quality. Again, this could be debated. You know, for some people it is good, for some people it's good enough, for some people it's not great. My personal opinion, obviously I have a good phone that takes good pictures. I have a good camera. So when it comes to comparing it to them, it doesn't really measure at all. It is convenient to have, so I can take I can snap a quick picture, a quick video without having to take my camera out, my phone out. So it is okay, but the quality itself is very hit or miss. I have good videos, I have bad videos, I have good pictures, bad pictures. I will be putting a few examples here of different videos that I've taken. That way you guys can see, and then you decide whether that's something that you're interested in or not. But as of right now, I just put it on the bad category because I feel like it might get better potentially on the next generation, just like it happened on the Gen 1 and Gen 2. Keep in mind, this is also a Gen 1 product, so don't expect amazing things, but expect good enough for the next generation to take over and do better. Number 5 on the bad list, we have the writing. Now, the writing is one of the first things that made me want to get these glasses, where you could just use your palm and pretend that you're writing something, and then it will write it for you on the message. As of right now, that is not available. You can only send messages if you speak to the glasses, and then it will write the text for you. I work in a loud environment, and I also have a thick accent, so the glasses sometimes have issues trying to send a message for me, or at least to trying to write it for me. You can also choose from like a few predetermined pre-written text, but it's very basic, see you later and stuff like that. So right now I'm hoping that gets better soon. I'm hoping in the near future that feature is available, because it is an important one that I need and that I want. As of right now, it's on the bad list. It is not available. Hopefully in the future, not right now. Number 6 on the bad list, we have the functions. Now, don't get me wrong, these functions are pretty good. I love what I can do with my glasses, but I think the potential is there to do much more. So I'm gonna put it on the bad. I'm hoping that maybe on the next generation they add a lot more fun stuff to do. Right now you can check your messages, you can reply to them, you can take pictures, all the good stuff that I mentioned before. But I feel like there's just so much more these glasses can do, and hopefully they get to that, because right now it's just kind of stagnant on the things I can do. Yes, I use it for music, podcasting, taking pictures and videos, and replying to messages, and also the live captions and the translation. But besides that, there's very limited things you can do at this time. I don't think it's going to be fixed within a software. I think it's going to be fixed down the line with different generations. So as of right now, as good as the glasses have been to me, and as much as I like them, I kind of feel like I should be able to do a lot more. Last but not least, we have the ugly list, right? These are the things that I don't like about these glasses, things that I don't think they're gonna be fixed, or they cannot be fixed on this generation. Hopefully they fix it on the next generations, but as of right now, I'm stuck with this and I have to deal with them even though I don't like it. So that's why it's called the ugly list. So let's begin. Number one in the ugly list, and the things that I dislike the most about these glasses, is the weight. Now the weight of these glasses, they are too heavy. I still haven't gotten used to it. Here's a comparison of the glasses that I used to wear before and the glasses that I have been using for the past 2 weeks. These glasses, the Meta glasses, you can see how different in shape and size they are. You can probably also tell how much different in weight they are. Now, granted, my previous glasses, they have no functions other than serving for blue light and being transition, just like the Meta glasses are transition as well, so I think that's a huge plus. But when it comes to the size and the weight, these glasses are just too heavy for me. I do not like it. It buries into my face and it leaves all these red bumps here. So that's something that I hope that they fix in the next generation. I have seen it before where they make them a little smaller. The Gen 1 is always the bulkiest. So hopefully that's gonna get fixed within the next generations. Now at number 2, and I know I spoke about this in the previous one on number 1, is the red bumps that these glasses give me after a couple hours of using them. I don't like them. They're not super painful, but they're not comfortable either. So here's an example of what that looks like. I just don't know how to deal with it. I don't like it. I did buy some things for the glasses on this side so you can kind of make them a little cushiony. They didn't work either. It was just burying on my face and it hurts a little bit after a couple hours. So I do have to use my glasses for a couple hours and then give it a rest and then use it again. So to me, that's definitely something I don't want, something I don't like. Because if I'm buying something, I'm spending almost $1,000 on something, I want to be able to use it 24/7. Speaking of size, number 3, we have the size of the glasses. They are very bulky, not just heavy, but they're also bulky. I don't like how they look much. I think they look okay on me. Some of my friends have tried them. It doesn't look good on everybody just because of how thick everything is. Now, you already saw the example of the glasses that I used to use before this ones. And here's an example of a comparison between the Meta glasses and the Gen 2 Wayfarers. So you can see the difference between how bulky these ones are compared to the Gen 2. So I'm still on the weight and size of the glasses. Those are the things that I don't like. Those are the things that I don't think will get fixed in this generation. Maybe on the next generation they'll make them smaller. That's what I said earlier. So I'm still hoping that that's the case. Now for the last 2, this might not be a glasses problem. This might be a me problem, a me type of issue. At number 4, I have the battery life. Now, I know they are said to be lasting between 4 and 6 hours. I use and abuse all my devices, so it doesn't really last me that long. I could be listening to music all day, so it might last me between 2 and 3 if I'm using it heavily, and it might last me 4 or 5 if I'm not using it that much. It is hard for me not to use it a lot, but I have done it, and it's anywhere between 2 hours and 5 hours that it lasts me. So the battery life is not amazing, but again, that might be a me issue. If you don't use it as much as I do, maybe it'll last you a lot longer. That's my bad. Number 5, and again, this might be more of a me issue, but I'm gonna go back to the weight of the glasses. Now, I don't know if this is because of the weight or because I have a greasy face, an oily face, but the glasses keep falling down, so I keep having to readjust them often. Right now they're not doing it because I have this beanie on and it's kind of stuck in there, so that's the only reason they haven't fallen on this video. But whenever I'm not using the beanie, they do fall forward a lot, so I have to keep readjusting it. Now if my hands are, I don't know, dirty for whatever, if I'm eating something, I have to find a way to adjust the glasses without having to touch anything, because obviously I don't want to get the lenses dirty. But that's one of the things I don't like, and again, it goes back to the things that I already mentioned. The weight and the size of these glasses is just too much. Now, something I want to add before we go into the ratings is I do feel like the vision is there for this product. However, it is a generation 1. Just keep that in mind, and I cannot emphasize this enough. It's a Gen 1 product, so just like every Gen 1 of everything, it's gonna have some issues, and they're gonna be fixing it on the next generations, right? These glasses remind me of when the first smart watches came out, that I was like so excited about them because I could get text there. I didn't have to take my phone out, but they were very limited on things you could do. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's like just have a little patience, and the vision is there. I think they're on the right path. They work well for a generation 1 product, but obviously it's going to get better in the future. So just understand that it's a generation 1 product. Now it's time to rate these glasses. Now I have 5 categories that I have written down, and this is my personal experience. You may have a different one depending on what you expect, or maybe depending on different things that we might not be the same for. Now at number 1, I have availability. I don't know how to say that word properly, but how available they are. I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars, only because it is really hard to get these demos. You have to go into the internet, you have to put different places that you can go to, and hopefully find a day that works for you. So it is not very easy to come by and to get. Again, I had to spend days looking for it on the internet, and the only one that I could find was in Jacksonville, Florida. So I flew from Massachusetts to Florida to get these glasses. I had to spend the whole day there because there was only 2 flights that I could find, one in the morning to go there, one during the night to come back. So all in all, it was a very long and boring day besides getting the glasses. So availability, 2 out of 5 stars. Price, I put the price right in the middle, only because it is very debatable. For some people it's extreme, for some people it's okay. I'm on the I think it's okay price, only because you're getting glasses that have a display on them. So it's not something that I'm expecting to pay very low for, but it's a little extreme. It's almost $1,000. So it's right in the middle, 3 out of 5 stars. For the use, I have 4 out of 5 stars, only because there's a few features that are still not working, just like the maps doesn't work everywhere and the writing doesn't work everywhere. Also, they only have 4 languages, so I'm hoping all these things get fixed with a software update in the future, and maybe that we can bump that to 5 out of 5. As of right now, they work pretty good on what they work for. There's still things that they need to work on. For comfort, that's my main issue with these glasses. They're not comfortable at all. I can only use it a few hours at a time, and then I have to put them back to charge because I use them a lot. But at the same time, I also need to like recharge my battery and my face, and kind of clear my nose up because it has like redness over here, and it hurts and it's swelling. So comfort, 2 out of 5 stars, only because it's bearable but it's uncomfortable. So this is not something that I expect to change in the near future, maybe on the next couple generations. Hopefully that's the case. And last but not least, I have quality. And quality, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Again, it gives me what I paid for, minus certain things that it doesn't work on yet. But all in all, this is what I paid for. I have a pair of glasses that have a screen in them. I don't have to take my phone out to do certain things that I used to have to take my phone out. So it's freeing my hands up a lot. So I think all in all, it is a good. They're good made. They have good quality. Out of all of these categories, if you run them up, it's a 3 out of 5 stars. It's right in the middle. It's like it's great. It's good. It's not great, but it's not bad either. It's around a 60%. At least on my experience, that's what I give them. It could change if they fix the things that they can fix on the software. Hardware, I don't think they will, just because they're not gonna make new glasses for the same generation. So I will be doing another video soon. Let me know on the comments if there's anything that I missed, if there's anything you want me to add, or any feedback is appreciated. This is my first time doing a review. I've never done this before, and I'm not great at the camera, so I would definitely appreciate any feedback you guys can give me. If you want to give a like, a follow, it doesn't matter. I'm not using this a lot, but I have a lot of gadgets that I can do reviews for. I have drones and cameras and mics and stuff like that. I use a lot of technology. I don't really post it, but if you guys like what I just did, or if you have any questions, comments, and concerns, by all means, comment it down below. I will try my best to pay attention to it and to comment back or answer whatever you guys tell me. So let me know what you think about the video, and I will be doing a new video maybe when I hit a month or 2 with the glasses, and I will give you an update of anything that wasn't working now, whether it's working then or if it's still the same. I will give you guys an update then. Alright, so once again, if you want to like, subscribe, comment, anything will always help me. So I appreciate you making it this far. And that's it for my review for the Meta glasses.